Hello, Internet pals. It is a little after 6 p.m. on Saturday, July 25th. I almost said Friday, but it's not Friday, it's Saturday. Honestly, today has been not that bad. I did run a couple of errands today. I'm actually unreasonably excited because I bought these like reusable ice cube things. They're like these little plastic lemon slices with the like liquidy thing that freezes inside of them, and I'm excited about them because we got limited ice trays in this house and there's almost never any when I want some. So I'm hoping that my reusable ice cubes will kind of fix that problem I've been having when I want like a chilled drink, but there's no ice cubes. So fingers crossed, y'all. That was honestly one of the highlights of my day. I did have a nice lazy morning. I slept in, but honestly, I slept in because I stayed up super late working and I didn't even finish all the paperwork that I was trying to get done. But at some point, I started falling asleep with the work laptop open and I just had to say, you know what, I'm done. And I was going to continue working on that paperwork today, but after I ran my errands, I sat down. I literally got my little work setup, like set up, and I was just like, you know what? No, I can't. No, I had such a long week. The last 3 days of the week, I was the only one in leadership on. It, I just, it just something inside me broke, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna have a boundary for once in my goddamn life, and I'm not going to spend a large portion of my Saturday doing paperwork that can wait till Monday because it just like I got enough done for the reason why they wanted me to get that paperwork done earlier than it really needed to be to meet deadlines and stuff. Um, for that purpose to be fulfilled. And I'm just at a point of, nah. It's been hot. It's been kind of muggy. It was cloudy out like an hour ago, but clouds seem to have dissipated, which is interesting. But uh, it's been hot and muggy. It's been over 100 degrees Fahrenheit for the last few days. Right now, my thermometer says it's in the 80s, but I don't know how accurate that is. This is like a $4 thermometer I got from Amazon that we know was not accurate at first, and we did kind of play with it a little bit, but it's a shitty thermometer. At some point, I will get a nicer, more accurate one, but that was the one that the budget said sure to. Retrospect, hindsight, 2020, all that jazz. I probably should have just spent a few bucks more and gotten like the $10 digital one, but whatever, you live, you learn. It's fine. Um, I never got the call from the plumbing company that I've been waiting for all afternoon to finalize and like settle up the payments and stuff, which is a little stress inducing. I'm sure that I'll hear from them at some point on Monday, but I don't like needing to wait for that stuff. I like to just get things dealt with, but this is what happens when you're waiting on other human people. But it's fine. It'll get figured out one way or the other. And I guess if it doesn't, they'll just come and repo all the pipes they put in. At least I don't think they'll probably just like it'd probably be like a lean type situation, but I don't think it's gonna come to that. That's just me talking and saying things. But so far this day, it has been fairly decent. I got the errands run that I needed to run. Not super happy looking at the budgeting and stuff for things because everything is just so expensive, and then like unexpected bills pop up. Like I had a medical thing pop up this week because I've been waiting for some lab results for over a month now. So I logged into the like my quest patient portal thing and found out that there was evidently an unpaid medical bill, and I don't remember seeing any emails about it. I don't remember seeing any mail about it. I know that I got an email about them auto charging my card for the recent lab stuff, but this was from previous. And so I had to pay that, which was really frustrating and not something I budgeted for this week. But like I kind of need those test results. I'm going to a specialist in like a week and a half at this point, and I'd like to have those test results to print out and take with me. Yeah, within 5 minutes of me paying that bill, my test results that they had said were just pending. They received my sample for over a month but hadn't tested it. Yeah. I'm like, oh no, you were just withholding my test results until this got paid, but I've never been notified that I needed to pay it, which is really frustrating, actually, but whatever. It's done, it's taken care of. Don't you just love the medical system in the United States here? It's effing fantastic, best in the world. Wouldn't wish it any other goddamn way. Can you tell I'm being sarcastic and that I'm just super fed up with some shit? Yeah. So that's kind of where we're at. Um, it'd be really nice if it weren't like a million degrees every day because I do like to be outside. I'm sad that I only got to go see ponies once this week, but I'm not sad that the plumbing stuff got taken care of. That was kind of important. And now I got gas in my house. I cooked on the stove. I'm running my dryer. I took a warm shower this morning. It it's been great. Um, I'm glad that we only really had to go like what 2.5-ish weeks without the gas. We were originally thinking it was going to be like over a month potentially, but that got done. Now we're just waiting on some other stuff. My first payment for the fall semester tuition is due at the end of the month, so at the end of this coming week. And I still have some anxiety over that, even though I'm sure it's going to get paid. It's just also, it's just there looming over my head. And then the knowledge that so we get to start all over again for August. Hopefully, I won't have any more like surprise medical bills or anything like that I need to pull away because I have been trying to put money like aside in savings, but then life keeps lifing and then the savings go back down to like $8, which is frustrating. And yeah, I know I'm complaining, but it's like reality here. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about finances so much online, but especially since I have that GoFundMe for my schooling, I don't know. I feel like I want to be a little more real about it. And then at some point, I need to suck it up and start paying more on my student loans for my bachelor's. That just hasn't been something I've been prioritizing lately, but I probably should in the next week or two start sending them like weekly payments when I get my paycheck. Ugh. You know what would be nice right now? The winning lotto numbers. In all seriousness, though, most people who win the lottery end up losing all their money pretty quickly. And I feel like I would probably end up being one of those because, as much as I like to think that I'm someone who will stick to a budget, there's a strong chance that I wouldn't. And maybe that's like me being an irresponsible millennial or something, or just me wanting to say, hey, society's going to collapse anyway, so I might as well enjoy time while I can. But this is just all of that kind of fun thinking that it would be nice to experience what the more wealthy get to experience every once in a while, or even once. I don't know. I know that my birthday is coming up in a couple of months in November, and I've been thinking, I was like, oh, it would be fun to like go to Catalina for the week and hike and maybe like do something like that. But then I'm just like, oh, but that's not going to be in the budget, especially with school and bills and just, ugh. But it's nice to think. It's nice to dream. I've been to Catalina once on a school trip, actually. I took a spring break um, course and it was over in Two Harbors, so not Avalon, the more touristy side. We spent a few days hiking and snorkeling, kayaking, and just learning about field biology. It was a lot of fun, and the professors were awesome. I knew, well, I think I only knew one of them because I'd taken one of her classes, which is how I found out about the field bio course. And it was so much fun. One of my best friends went as well, and we bunked in the same room, and it was just fun. It was a great experience. I would like to go. I'd like to see Avalon. I'd like to honestly backpack Catalina, which I think is a 4-day backpacking trip on average. I've never been backpacking. Like, I've been hiking and I've been camping, but that would be a lot of fun. But then, you got to buy the gear for it and stuff, and that's kind of expensive. And as of right now, I got an expensive hobby already. That's the horses. So, especially since I'm also trying to pay for my master's and trying to crowdfund it. So I feel like guilty right now if I spend in other places. I mean, heck, I felt guilty spending $4 on those reusable ice cubes because they're not like a necessity or an essential. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I do have the money together for the July payment of tuition. I don't know why I feel so anxious about it. I just keep worrying that something bad's going to happen, and just I don't know. That's the anxiety for you. Maybe my Lexapro needs to be increased. That's kind of a joke. I don't know. Um I might talk to my doctor about adding like a psychiatrist to my medical team. I'm going to go see a rheumatologist in like a week and a half, like I said, specialist. Because, autoimmune things run in my family. So I've gotten a couple of panels. Nothing has popped up yet, but symptoms are there. So and that's one of the things we've been kind of dealing with in the background too, which, just the chronic fatigue and like the chronic pain and stuff. And the knowledge that, yeah, things do run in my family, but through most of my adult life, I've had doctors that don't take it seriously when I come in complaining about pain or anything. And that is really, that's been really frustrating. So frustrating, in fact, that when my current doctor actually took me seriously when I went in for my back pain and didn't just tell me to lose 20 to 30 pounds and come back. Because I was like, yeah, I know I'm overweight for my height. I'm doing my best to work on it, but I realistically need to do more cardio and stuff. Like, I know where my shortcomings are, but it's also a million degrees by like 7 in the morning, and it's not below half a million degrees until like 8 p.m. and just life and all that. And I know those are excuses, but we're getting there. I have been doing my best to cut out more junk food and stuff. I mean, the last couple of weeks hasn't been super great because, I haven't been able to use my stove or oven, and microwave food is mostly junk food. So, life. But I do have goals and stuff, and I do know that if I did lose some weight, I'd be happier, healthier, all that. And yeah, my doctor does acknowledge that, but she's also not concerned because my cholesterol and everything is not concerning, and otherwise I seem fairly healthy. But when I went in about my back problems, she took it seriously. I got x-rays and I almost cried tears of like joy when I got the diagnosis of scoliosis, because it's like finally I'm not crazy. There is something wrong with me, and I had been thinking that since I was like 19 or 20 at that time, but doctors had just been telling me, "Oh, go lose weight," when I finally went in, which was really discouraging. And mind you, at the time that I first went in, I was only maybe 10 pounds overweight, which was really frustrating. But that's kind of the reality of um, being a woman in general in seeking medical help. So That's one of the things that I'm most terrified about, like, if I were to ever lose my job or something, is not being able to keep going to this doctor because she's amazing. And yeah, like, I got my scoliosis diagnosis. I was able to go to physical therapy for that. I'm doing a lot better. Like, I still do exercises and like strength training. Luckily, it wasn't bad enough for me to like need surgery or anything like that. But yeah, and then she's been taking everything else very seriously, like my anxiety and this chronic fatigue and stuff. It's it's actually been really nice having a doctor that takes my issues seriously so that I can hopefully eventually get the help and the care that I do need. Oh my god, there's ugh bugs and stuff. I don't feel like going to get my lighter to light the citronella candle. It's fine. It's fine. We're just gonna get eaten, and that's how it's gonna be today. Let's see. What else have I done today? I worked on a paint by number a little bit, and I've been working on my saddle pad again today. I hadn't worked on it for probably like a week because of just everything, and it is one of those projects that it does take a lot of time and effort, especially since, I'm not just going simple. I'm going balls to the wall, complicated, and I'm in a very trust the process kind of stage right now. So, hopefully once I'm at like that halfway mark, I'll kind of be in a groove and have things figured out. I already know what I will do differently on the next one and stuff. So that's good because I do intend to make at least a couple more. But yeah, that's where we're at with that. I don't have any super recent photos of it because it hasn't changed much since the last photo I took, because I have like taken out rows and redone them to try a couple different things because it's very much trial and error at this point, because specifically the way I'm making it, there's not much in the way of tutorials because I'm doing like a more intricate design instead of just like something a little more basic and less complicated. And I don't know if maybe it's not going to work out and it'll end up falling apart, or if everything's going to work out. Like, only time will tell at this point. So yeah, but I'm happy with it at this point. The back is going to be kind of ugly, but the top that people are going to see, I think that's still going to look really nice. So like I said, trust the process kind of thing right now. I think part of the design that I'm putting on it's going to end up being bigger than I wanted it to be, but that's a note that I can make for next time as well, so that I can make alterations. I think ultimately I'm just going to have to, when I make my little template and design, I think I'm just going to have to suck it up and use enough pieces of my graph paper to make it as big and like tweak things. But once I'm like done, I'll probably make a video and a post just about the process and make it make more sense. Because I understand that it probably doesn't make sense hearing me talk about it without seeing the things, but it's a lot of things that I really can't fit on this little table in my little sitting area. So you just gotta trust me that when it's done, we'll get a more in-depth discussion about it. So I've been pretty proud of that. Um, let's see. When I was in Morro Bay, I was watching season 2 of Interview with the Vampire. I still haven't finished it, so I might do that this week because it's going to be a good week to do that. I did see that the Vampire Lestat is streaming all seasons, but I don't have the streaming service where it's streaming all seasons, but that means it will eventually come to Netflix, and that means I got to catch up. So, yeah. I I love the Vampire Chronicles. I haven't read all of them. I think I was reading Memnoch the Devil, or the Devil Memnoch. I forget which one, which way it goes. And I haven't finished that one. I would need to restart it, I think, because it's been a few years since I've picked it up. Because I think I started reading it when I was still at UC Riverside. So it's been a hot minute. But I do plan to pick it up again at some point. Um, But yeah, the I think it's on AMC, that the Interview with the Vampire series is so good. I love the changes that they've made. I was first introduced to Interview with the Vampire from the movie, the one with Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise. Yeah, love it. That's a movie that I will watch again and again. I read the book. I think I was in my early 20s when I finally read it. I had like tried it a couple of times and then like picked it up, put it down because I do have like a leather bound copy of Interview with the Vampire. I think it's the Vampire Lestat and Queen of the Damned are the three that are in it. I could be wrong though. Um, but eventually I did pick up Interview again and devoured it. I do I do like Anne Rice's, at least the Vampire Chronicles. I haven't read any of her other books, but I've heard mixed reviews. But yeah, as far as books go right now, since I'm on this book tangent, and I know that these aren't, I guess, like when you think of like video, like vlogs on YouTube, this isn't really what people think of them. But like I said in my last one, I take my inspiration here kind of from Peter Mon, just sitting, yapping, talking about whatever, because I do see value in that. And it was nice. I was catching up on the couple of vlogs of his today that I hadn't watched. And he was also saying that it makes him feel good to know that he's helped even like one person. And I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I was literally just saying that. And I don't know that these vlogs are helping anyone. Like, this is like what, only the fourth or fifth one. And I feel like I'm still kind of awkward here and stuff. But we're just hanging out, we're yapping. And like I said, I think there's value in that. Because sometimes you just need to listen to someone yap for a bit, hear them bitch and whine about things, and know that you're not alone, that they're going through something similar to you. And that is nice. So, books, back to books. Sorry. Right now, I am still currently reading Rise of the Seven. And I don't know. I really don't want to DNF it, but it's painful for me to get through right now. Just the writing, the stylistic choices. And I don't know. One of the main characters seems kind of overpowered, in my opinion. And just the things that are supposed to give me a sense of danger don't, which is unfortunate. So I don't know. The jury's still out on that one. I still haven't started the cowboy romance that I'm technically in the art group for, that I have the digital copy of, because I've been trying to force myself to get through Rise of the Seven. But I think I'm like 40% of the way through it right now. I don't know. If I force myself to sit down and just bust out chapters, I might be able to get it done in like a couple of weeks, but I'm still I'm still reading other books in the meantime because I don't want to like lose my reading momentum either. So I started reading the Deathless one, and I like it so far. I'm not super far into it. I think I'm only like 13% of the way in. And then I just finished listening to The Last Time I Lied. That I really enjoyed. I genuinely didn't see the end coming, and that was actually really nice. I've gotten pretty lucky with some of the thrillers that I've been reading lately, because one of the things that made me stop reading Stephen King books back when I was like 18, 19 was that I started being able to predict the plot, and that kind of made the spookiness, that just made it go away. So, like, I still like I love Stephen King as a writer. Oh, yeah. But I, yeah, that got frustrating to me. So, there are still some of his books that I will almost assuredly read at some point in the future, but I have been enjoying the thrillers I've been reading lately. Yeah, the two I've listened to have been for book clubs, which the last time I lied that I just finished is actually the book club that I'm meeting up with tomorrow has been reading. And I know this isn't like an official like club meeting to discuss the book, but yeah, it's an event at a winery in the area. My cousin is going with me because I haven't met any of these people in person, nor have I talked to them a whole lot in the Discord group. More on the Fable group, but um yeah, so my emotional support cousin is going to go with me tomorrow. I'm actually really excited about tomorrow. I still can't figure out what I'm going to wear because it's going to be 1,012 degrees. It's like I would like to wear this cute pair of heels that I have, but I feel like they're going to be too toasty. So I should probably wear just like my platform sandals or something. I think I'm gonna wear like a skirt or a dress or something breezy. So my cousin and I are gonna go to this winery thing with the knowledge that we can dip out whenever we want if it gets to be too much. Because my social like battery it depletes really fast, especially around people I don't really know. Um, that's anxiety for you and being an introvert for you. But then we also have tickets to go see Hades Town, so I'm excited. It's going to be a good girls' day tomorrow. I think it's going to be very needed. And just, yeah, who doesn't love having a day where you can potentially taste some decent wine and then go see a performance with the original cast? So, I mean, it's like a filmed performance on like a movie screen, but we have our tickets. I'm excited. It's going to be a good day. Um, it's going to be a good day whether it wants to be a good day or not because I need it to be a good day. And then work on Monday again, and that's future Morgan's problem. So that's kind of where we're at right now. I don't know that I'll film a vlog tomorrow. I didn't know that I was going to film a vlog today, but I kind of felt like yapping once I finished listening to Peter's vlog and just, yeah, and I just also wanted to bitch a little bit about not hearing back from the plumbing company about the payment and stuff because that's giving me anxiety, but I know it's going to get figured out. It's going to be fine. It's just I like to have things dealt with and figured out, and I don't like loose ends, but I can't control what other people do. The financing department probably just hadn't gotten back to the general manager who's been in touch with me. It's going to be fine. It'll get figured out probably on Monday or Tuesday. We just gotta get through it. So that's kind of where we're at right now. My mom decided to order pizza for us tonight for dinner because, it's been a long week. And that's kind of her way to extend olive branches and be comforting. And I do appreciate it. Like, I'll never say no to pizza, even if it is just like Domino's pizza, because that's what's the most affordable in the area for delivery. So that was nice. I do have to go in and feed the fur babies in a little bit, but just kind of enjoying the breeze and stuff out here right now. I was gonna maybe relax in my tanning pool this evening, but I don't know if I feel like it at this point. We'll see. It is kind of cooling off rather quickly, so I don't know if I'm gonna want to do that, but even so, it's nice sitting out here. Maybe I'll sit out here and read in a little bit after I feed the aminals and put the leftover pizza in the fridge. I also got to figure out how to give Chewy his antibiotics because he does have an ear infection, but we're getting that all cleared up. Um, he just keeps spitting the pills out, and I forgot to pick up a block of Velveeta while I was out and about. So, whoopsies. I might just try hiding his pills in some of the Parmesan bread. I don't know. We'll see. We'll find out. I'll get him to take it. Like, it'll be fine. It's just a little mad at myself. So that's where we're at right now. But right now, I feel more relaxed than I have in a while. I'm excited to be able to use the appliances that require gas right now. But yeah, I'm gonna go feed the fur babies and just kind of wind down for the night, probably wash off my face of the day, look at some outfit options for tomorrow, maybe watch a movie, maybe read a book. I don't know. The world is my oyster right now. But I hope that whatever time of day you're watching this, you have a wonderful rest of your day, evening, whatever, man. And if you come back, cool. If anything I said resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Put book recommendations in the comments too. I got a massive TBR, but I always want to add to it. So, are there any good audiobooks that you've listened to? Because I need my next like audiobook because I do like to listen to audiobooks while I work. So, yeah. But with all of that said, I will bid you all adieu and I will see you all in the next one.